let's get started with our Q&A.
Sure.
Seeing you after almost 3 years, is it?
Yeah.
When did you come to Hyderabad?
It would be 3 years ago. Yeah, when we did the Hyderabad pop-up a little, maybe over 3 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
2017, I think.
Okay. Good to see you. How have you been?
I've been good. It's been quite an eventful time, I must say, but good.
Okay.
No complaints.
Okay, so this is the second episode of Teatime Talks. Tea time is a favorite time of mine. I sit, relax with a cup of tea. And today I'm having these Maska Chaska biscuits. One of my favorites. Are you a tea or a coffee person?
I like tea. I'm an absolute tea person, and I love different kinds of teas for different moods.
Okay, yeah, same goes for me. So I think we have people who have joined us, and let me get started with an introduction to our guest today. Today, my guest is a multifaceted personality. Most of us remember her. Many of us remember her as the Hakuna Matata girl, and I remember her songs Unchi Nichi Hai Dagaria and many more. One of the hottest selling Indian pop singers. She's also a celebrity chef. She's an artist. She's a yogi. She's a spiritual speaker and a healer. So she dons a lot of hats, isn't it? Well, I think all her avatars rock. And I have seen, the last time I met her, it was as a chef. And I was totally enamored by the food that I had at Soda Bottle Opener Wala when she visited Hyderabad. Her Power of You workshop use music, food, and art, typically going with the personality, for to help people connect with themselves. And I think her food philosophy rocks. She talks of the healing power of food, and it shows in her food. Because I have had it, so I can vouch for the fact. So welcome, Anaida.
Pleasure to be here with you.
So first of all, tell me which of these avatars you like the most. Can you choose one?
Whichever one I'm busy with at the moment. I guess as an artist, you want many different ways to express yourself. You want different avenues. So music was one, writing, directing, choreographing, producing, composing, writing, all that was very satisfying. But food had a different level in the sense that people literally eat your art, eat your creation. So I think that also was fulfilling in many ways, and art itself is extremely fulfilling. So I think what really is the main core of all these passions is upliftment. You want people to feel good. You want to lift their mood. So you can do it with music, you can do it with art, you can do it with food, you can do it by few words. So I think upliftment and feeling good is what drives me. I like to bring a smile to whoever's face I meet, whoever I interact with.
Okay. So do you think is it good to pursue just one vocation and specialize in it, or you feel that one should explore all one's talents to the fullest?
I'm not a big advocate of multitasking, though I was quite a multitasker myself for the longest time. I do think that the two can sound like a contradiction, but they are not. So you can explore many sides of yourself, dabble in many things, as long as whatever you're doing at that moment, you're truly focused on. Like you give all of yourself to whatever you do at the moment, be fully in it. Don't multitask at a time. But I do think that the whole old paradigm of you should focus only one thing and all your life you should do one thing, that I don't agree with, and I'm a living example of it. You can try as many things as you want and excel in them and reach the topmost part of that profession. You can, everybody can.
Great. So today I'm going to focus more on the food part because I intend to do a series of interviews with a person like you. How did your interest in food begin and what were the early influences?
So my mom was a great cook, and originally I think she taught me to help her around in the kitchen. But I think in India, say when I was a teenager, when I first moved here, there wasn't many options of non-spicy food. You had Indian and you had Chinese Indian, which I call Chindian. You didn't really have outside a few 5 stars non-spicy food. So originally my cooking started out of necessity because I love food and I like eating. And if I wanted to eat what I like, then I had to make it.
Okay.
So that's how it started. But with soda, it started. So for many years, every time I've held a dinner at home or cooked, everybody always says, "No, you must start a restaurant." I never took it seriously. There was no time for it. But then offer came from Olive Group to do pop-ups. So I thought I'd pop-ups for the fun of it, and I wanted to do authentic Persian, which I was surprised nobody was doing. Until the time we started the pop-ups, even 1 or 2 of pop-ups that I went and attended, they were not authentic. They were all Indianized. So my deal was that I want to do authentic food, and I wasn't that sure it was going to fly because I was like, why nobody else has done it yet? But it flew. I mean, we were supposed to do a 10-day pop-up. It went on to become 55 days, someplace 2-3 months in another place. And before I know it, by the time we had finished a couple of pop-ups, then they offered me to partner with them. So I was partnering on 2 of the soda outlets, Powai and Palladium. And that was a great experience as well. My personal passion is healing food. But I also specialize in authentic Persian. So now you can see after that, there have been, more Middle Eastern restaurants that have popped up, including Persian ones. So I like being a trailblazer in whatever profession I take. That was fun.
Wow, that reminds me of the food, and I'm almost salivating remembering the biryani, the fish and jam, and the Persian bowls. That
I made halim today for everyone.
Oh wow, the Persian halim. Let me tell you, viewers, is something
It's
else.
a long time though.
And also, biryani is not the biryani anyway related to biryani. It's something very different.
Yeah, it is actually original biryani is without rice.
Oh yes, that is something I discovered.
Yeah, you tried it. It was on the menu.
Okay. Now there are 2 types of chefs generally. If we see, some are the ones who've been to like a culinary school and they learn the basics of running a hotel or a restaurant, and then they specialize in a particular cuisine. And there are some who are who have a rich cultural knowledge of a particular cuisine, and on the way they go and learn the logistical part of it. Abroad, if you see, it is mostly the second kind who have been successful. In India, we have a combination of both. What are the challenges to acquire the commercial know-how of a chef if you're not from a culinary school or something?
So I guess, see, if you're starting something of your own, or if you are at the helm of things, then I guess it's not that difficult because you can set processes in place. But just like painting or singing or any other form of art, the classes can teach you technique, but the talent itself you have to have. That love to cook you have to have. The ability to put energy you have to have. And I think if I had to choose between the 2, of course, it's fabulous to learn. Always to learn is good. So I learn more on the job. But I think that energy you put in food trumps it all. I mean, just take a chance. If your mother cooks for you, and no matter where have you been, if you've been away, when you eat her food, you feel different. It's a different kind of satisfaction because of all the love a mother puts in. You can't match
Absolutely.
that energy with anything else. But I think there is merit to both sides. But if I were to choose, I would say a combination of both is great, but you have to have talent and then technique can enhance that.
Okay. Now, it may not be a politically correct question to ask. I mean, even the term woman chef is not supposed to be said. But I want to know, I want to get to the bottom of it. Is it tougher for women chefs, especially in India?
Uh, well, actually, let's be frank about that. Women at the top of any profession have more challenges, and they have to more often be doubly good to be taken half seriously. That is true in a lot of places, and we have women to ourselves to blame for because we accept that. But I think
Yes.
that's changing. I think with the new generation, it's changing. I think both men and women, the younger generation is a lot more with it and a lot more balanced between themselves. I think the feminine power is coming into balance all around the world. But that's it, yes, it is a little bit more difficult because guys don't like to take order from women here in India. So I remember they don't. The first 3 months when I decided to partner with Soda, I didn't tell anybody who I am. The first 3 months I spent it in the kitchen, cutting and cooking, and nobody knew what I'm doing, but I wanted to, like who I am there, but I wanted to kind of get a feel of the kitchen, who works how, what's the, the politics. And also it helped because when they actually came to know who I am, it helped a lot because I cut faster than them. I cook, much quicker than them. I made tasty stuff. So there was a lot of respect which I earned before introducing myself. But the very fact that I felt that was necessary should point to the fact that it can be a little bit harder for women, as in men don't like to take orders from women. But after a few months and after I kind of made my own connection with everybody, I think more or less it was fabulous with everyone, barring maybe one or two that had to be put in their place. Everybody was good.
Okay. Now, coming back to the menu that you brought to Soda Bottle, which were a lot of Persian recipes, and many of them were your family heirloom recipes, if one would say. How satisfying was that experience, and how did you go researching the recipes?
Oh, it was very satisfying. I mean, I remember in one of the dinners or lunches at Delhi, we had invited press people and, quite a large gathering that showed up. And looking at the energies, I was thinking a little bit of, hesitation, that people are thinking, oh God, she sings, then she does this, then she does that, and she does this as well. And, there was a little bit of hesitation. But once they ate the food, the turnaround, the love, the appreciation, it was strong and it was instant. I think with food, the response and the feedback is almost immediate and a lot deeper, because with music, everybody will tell you, oh, it's great, I love your song, blah, blah, blah. But with food, you look at their plate. I mean, the staff at Soda used to joke, if somebody asked them, what's ma'am's favorite dish, they would say an empty one. If the food is left in it, then she comes and asks, I want to eat that dish. I want you to eat it. Why can they finish it? And so I think it was a very powerful experience for me to see how immediate and how honest and how deep the appreciation was. It was absolutely fabulous.
Mm-hmm. And I'm again remembering some of the one session you had done on heal your soul and line your stomach.
Yes.
And you had dishes such as Soupe Jadui and Salade Salamat.
Yes.
And you gave a session on the healing power of food. So why are you so passionate about, healing power of food? What makes you believe in the healing power of food?
So when it comes to healing, and I have studied many modalities, I've practiced quite a few. I think everything around us affects us. everything. I mean, from the color that your walls are, to the kind of music you listen to the kind of clothes you wear, and
Mhm.
most definitely what you eat, because it is fuel for your body.
Mhm.
And how it is, and everything matters about it, how it's grown, how it's cooked, how it's preserved, how it's served, all of that matters, because you take in energy with the food. So um, my mom was a naturopath, so she never allowed us
Okay.
to, she wasn't against allopathy. If somebody is, last chances to use allopathy, by all means, but that was usually the last resort. She would allow us not even to take a crocin. Everything had a natural remedy for it. So I learned early on what is good
Mhm.
for what, and then I kind of built on it, and I learned Tepe, which is the ancient traditional medicine in Iran. It's similar to Ayurveda. And then the trick was to put certain ingredients together and then make it tasty. So my
Okay.
idea of healthy food is not this diets, and which hardly work maybe 2% of the time, don't eat this, don't eat that. My whole thing is to get aligned with your body, and your body
Mhm.
will tell you what to eat, because somebody's food is another person's poison. So
Absolutely.
there is no one fits all in anything, including food.
Mm.
So I'm passionate about creating recipes like the magic soup. Super Jadui is a recipe I created for myself, not to catch a cold or if I'm feeling under weather.
Oh, wow.
So everything in it has certain kind of balance for it to be anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral. It is kind of rejuvenating. It's got beta carotenes as well, which is great for your skin. It has lots of different ingredients in it. Depending to the season, I kind of change the ratio of it. But the idea is to eat something which works better than medicine, better than an antibiotic. So that was the inspiration behind that, and behind a lot of the healing recipes that I
Okay. So tell us a little bit more about the workshops that you do, combining all three.
do.
If people
So
want to join, how can they join? A little bit.
the workshops that I do is called Power of You. I don't use all three modalities in all of them, but I do like
Okay.
food and spirituality, art and spirituality. Then I do a stress control, and I do a relationship workshop. Most of them I do for charity. So basically,
Okay.
um, groups or colleges or institutions get in touch, and I do a talk or I do a workshop. But the idea behind it is just that, the power of you, because I think there is a lot of these coachings and healings and classes everywhere trying to tell people what to do. And
Mhm.
I don't think, as I said, one solution fits all. I do think that the only person who knows what you need to do is yourself. And
Yeah.
the whole thing about Power of You workshops is to use different modalities and connect people to that power within themselves.
Mhm.
Once you're connected to the right channel, then the answers will come to you, because nobody knows your life better than you. And that power within you is definitely strong and definitely more capable than anything else. Even healing. I mean, when I do healing on people, I keep telling them right in the beginning that healing will come from you. Healing will come from within you. I'm only holding space and holding your wellness strong enough with my energy so you can feel it. And we have amazing shifts with people, but ultimately everybody must realize that it's their own power. Somebody else can felicitate, kind of inspire you, hold space for you, help you with it, but the true work happens from within you, and hence the power of it.
Lovely. How was last year, 2020? How did the pandemic affect you, and how did you evolve as a person?
So I call the lockdown downtime. I don't call it lockdown, and I actually encourage everybody to put in better words and names to things, because words have power.
Mhm.
So last year, around December, I was very unwell. Around October, actually, it started getting, and by December, it was really horrid. Um, I was told that I have to have an immediate operation, remove my thyroid, or I'll have a heart attack. I won't be able to survive this. My
My
heartbeat
God.
was crazy, wasn't coming under control. Um, I lost a lot of weight. And generally, for the first time, I was visibly really unwell. And I decided to go against it, the advice. I decided to take a chance with, as one of my doctors said, with the airy fairy healing talk, as he told me, please don't give me airy fairy healing talk. This is life threatening and you'll have a heart attack. And I think it was the wisest thing I did, because when you put your own life on the line, I mean, I'm laughing about it right now. I certainly wasn't laughing this time last year. But
I think all of us were not laughing last year, and now we can look back.
So for me,
say, yeah, we came out of it.
Yeah, for me, it was kind of, I was unwell. I kind of wrapped up my work with the restaurants. I wrapped up all my projects. I thought I'll take a sabbatical and focus on healing. And I was feeling guilty about taking a sabbatical. Like, this was first since I was 14. But then the whole world took a sabbatical. So I decided to use the downtime, and I decided to paint. I wanted to calm my heart with images, sacred geometry and things, because when you stare at a particular shape for a certain amount of time, it does affect your head. So I wanted to heal myself with painting, and I started designing and painting, and that same bunch of design decided to become a coloring book. So I turned it into a spiritual coloring book. Tatwa.
Lovely. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about this.
Yeah, so
sent me, but I didn't know it's so huge. I love it. It is
big, and what is the best part is each of these pages, like if you look at them, they are different designs. They are individual designs, but you can combine them together later on. So while each page is one picture, when you combine them together, you can make a lot of different designs with it. Like you can make a big painting of 9 pieces, or you can make, like this is using 9 pieces.
Excellent. And the best part is it will be a customized thing. The way you color it, it's your own creation.
Exactly. And the way I have done them here, you can actually interchange them and make a different story. So you can make some 8, 9 combinations, different combinations. So they kind of fit as puzzle pieces together. And the idea was, and it's also a very, very simple matter to inspire people to read a little bit more about these things. What the colors signify, what your chakras do, and 1 or 2 simple exercises which you can do while painting. And I have quite a few friends who are healers, and they are suggesting it to their clients. So I get a lot of feedback from people and how they have been, relaxed, and how they've felt so much better drawing it and painting. I've seen amazing response. So this has been really good, because something that helped me heal, I wanted to share with everyone. So I did it originally for myself. And I've come to know that with any kind of art, the one thing I've learned through this really nice adventurous journey is when you make things to please yourself, other people love it too.
True. And it's fun being so multifaceted. I'm sure that you can never get bored, It's like having 3, 4 multiple loves at the same time. You fight with one, you move to the next and come back to the previous one.
I don't get bored. Like, everybody jokes with me because I spend a lot of time by myself, and they're like, are you an introvert? And I'm not at all an introvert. I just have a lot to do. I enjoy doing them by myself.
I think something to do with creative genes. I mean, I've seen a lot of chefs who sing well, or they'll paint well. I also dabble at some of these things. Like you can see, I have this painting there. I painted in the pandemic too. So at the back, it was really healing. I mean, because I used to paint in school, After that, left it for 20 years, never did it. And pandemic made me get back my paint.
That's wonderful.
So it was very cathartic. Wonderful. Now we have a rapid fire round for you. A fun sequence. A dish you love eating.
A dish I love eating. Pasta.
Okay.
I like pasta.
A dish you hate eating.
I don't like things too spicy. Too much chili and I'm out.
Okay. Um, a dish that your mother cooked that you absolutely, love.
Oh, gourmet sabzi, which is a stew of 7 different vegetables with some meat in it, red beans and chickpeas. It's a very very nice dish. It's called gourmet
Okay.
sabzi.
Hope you do it at another pop-up in Hyderabad soon for us.
Yeah,
Would you be open to pop-ups in Hyderabad?
I loved Hyderabad. Hyderabad has been a very lucky city for me, even as a singer. I think I did the maximum number of concerts in Hyderabad.
Oh, wow. Because, here the people have their palate is more inclined towards Persian food and
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Arabic food.
Another dish that I really liked, which was on the menu there, is fesenjan, which
Oh, yes.
was a big hit in Hyderabad. Yeah, that's another favorite.
Pomegranate
Yeah,
and
the
what else?
pomegranate and chicken and walnut.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. I can't forget that. Okay. One food trend that appalls you nowadays.
What?
One food trend that you find disgusting or appalling.
I find people serving food in newspaper on the roadside very annoying because it has a lot of lead and it's not hygienic. So I think that food trend of putting things in newspaper can definitely stop.
Very true. If you were stranded on an island and you could take 5 ingredients with you, what would they be?
I will take tomato seeds,
Okay.
lemon seeds, because lemon and tomato I cannot do without, and no matter how much I take, I'll take seeds so I can grow them. I will
Okay.
take salt, I will take oil, and fifth one, I think seed of something else again.
That's smart. You can grow as many things you want from that.
Yeah, wheat maybe.
That's a smart answer. Okay. Your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is water. Really cold, chilled water. Nothing tastes better.
Okay. All-time favorite comfort food?
My favorite comfort food is Cheetos. I love Cheetos.
Oh, nice.
I can finish a whole packet. But I love Iranian Cheetos. They taste actually the best.
Okay. How is it different?
It's more cheesy. It's got more cheese on it.
Okay. Any creepy food you could never eat, something?
Crazy food. I think I draw a line with insects.
Okay. I think that's a unanimous answer. Your favorite restaurant anywhere in the world or in India that you like to visit?
It keeps changing. I just came back from Goa and I really like Mom's Kitchen in Goa. I think I love the prawn curry rice there. In Bombay, I love many restaurants. Right now, my favorite is Bombay Salad Company because they just get their salads so right. I mean, they've really got a fabulous job of that. So it keeps changing. I like different dishes at different places. I like Lucky Hotels biryani. For years and years, I order from them. So I like different restaurants.
And any top food trends of 2021 that you would like to predict?
I think people are going to get more health conscious for 2021. I think this time, reflecting time, has made everybody aware how little they need to be happy outside of themselves and how important their own body is and how much they need to boost their own immunity. So I do expect people to go more conscious about what they eat as we go ahead.
Okay. Since you talked about immunity, the last one, any immunity building food that you would like to advise?
So the magic soup that I make is an immunity booster soup, which is why if you're feeling under the weather, it gets you up. So any kind of so
mushrooms, carrots.
Yes, a lot of coriander. So coriander is anti-inflammatory, very strong. Things like turnip, shalgam. Shalgam is very good at this time because if you just keep in your diet, if you're feeling a little low, if you're not slept well, if you're feeling your immunity goes low, we do this in Iran. My mom used to give it to us, a shalgam boiled, and she used to give it to us every 9 hours or so, 1 or 2 of them, instead of giving us an antibiotic.
Wow.
It kind of like a natural antibiotic. It used to work for us. So things like that, if you go more natural and put in your food things, vitamin C, things with vitamin C, like the same green chili that everybody loves to use in India, if you have it fresh along with your food, has even more vitamin C than a lemon. So putting different things in your food, like the sabza seed helps with your immunity, so you can add it to any drink that you have. Kalonji is another very good one for your immunity. I mean, nature is filled with it. It depends what you like and what suits your body. But immunity boosting food, creating things which are more fresh, less cooked. Like Indian cooking, everything is cooked together and really cooked. But I appreciate cooking at different times, different vegetables. Everything doesn't need the same amount of heat or time. So getting a little bit conscious about food, not overcooking it, having more fresh stuff, more greens, more fruits, definitely will boost your immunity.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. I think that's about it from my side. Where can we get your book? If you could just tell us,
So
is it on Amazon?
Link I will send you. If you put Tattva, an aspect of reality on Amazon, you can order it, but it's available in all the bookstores as well.
Wonderful.
So,
and I have some viewers who are asking me recipe for the magic soup. I think later on we could share it if you want.
Maybe we can do another thing and put the recipe on. I will share.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Anaida, for joining us.
Shivan, always lovely to see you. Lots of love. Thank you.
And hope to see you in Hyderabad soon.
I look forward to that.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.